Hello, hello, hello. I know nobody is in here yet. I was just going to pop on for just a quick minute anyway. So I didn't put out any notification for this. Hey, Happy, how are you? Hey, Raditha, hello. Can y'all hear me? Haven't done this in a minute, so I don't know if it still works or not. Happy Raditha. All right, all right. Cool beans. Good. Hey, Racing Stars, how are you? Yeah, I was just, like I say, just going to pop on for a quick minute. Um, I had a PSA, an announcement. Anyways, I was started back to selling Scentsy products. I used to do it before, and I had quit doing it. But anyway, so I re-signed back up for it. So if you want to, you can just order straight from my channel. Um, you go up to where it says, this ugly avatar here. You go up beside it on my page, and it'll say, like, buy me a coffee. And then it'll say, see two more links. Just click on that, and it'll take you to the link to Scentsy. I mean, even if you just want to go in there and look around, just click on that link and go in there and look around and see what all kind of new stuff they have. I've noticed that since before when I used to sell it, now they have things like bundled, and it's not cheap, that's for sure. But it never really has been. But anyways, it's a good time to start shopping for Christmas for a mother-in-law, um, sister or sister-in-law. Just I love Scentsy products. I love their scents. I signed up the first time to do this just because I wanted that bag full of the scents. They were just samples, but damn, they smelled so good. And I'd carry them around in my car, and my car would always smell so good. So it's awfully quiet in here. That's good, Racing Stars. Oh, you love scents? I do too, man. I used to have so many of them. Now I don't have any. So I thought, well, shoot. I need to get me some more because I love having them, just in each room. And, you could just smell it throughout the whole, when somebody walked in, you could smell it, every room you went in, it smelled so good. And there's always something about the apple scents that I would love. Go over to my friend's house, and she had the Scentsies too, and she always would have that apple going on. And then with her air conditioner, I don't know, it just made it so fallish in there. You know what I mean? It just smelled so good, and then it was nice and cool, and it just kind of reminded you of fall inside the house. But yeah, it has lots of different kinds now. That they've got, of course, they've got the holiday ones. They got the fall stuff out now, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Hey, Freeside, how are you? Good to see you. Happy, it's been a minute since I've seen you, I think. Me too, Racing Stars. Yes. Back in the day, when I was younger and, had money, before I had kids. Um, yeah, I would go to like Dillard's and places like that, and I would get the nice perfumes, the expensive ones. And I caught myself collecting that stuff there for a long time. And I've run across some bottles, and I had to throw them away because they're just like 40 years old now, so they're not so fresh anymore. what time it is. Are you talking to me, Happy? What time it is? Or am I missing something? Here it's 10:25 p.m. Central Standard Time. Oh, Raditha is going live on Saturday. Oh, okay. What? Yeah, what time? I didn't even see her see that. Say that. Yeah, I already can't even pay attention. So how are you doing with it, Raditha? You doing okay with your channel? I haven't seen it yet. I guess I need to for your time. So that would be, what is it? What is your time? Mountain time or mountain goat time? Where you at? You'll get it down. She says it for her time. Are you doing it by yourself, Raditha? Washington time. North, south, east, west. Where's Washington? Okay. Had to have a little chat with myself there for a minute. Yeah, well, I don't think I have any uh I don't even have my YouTube pulled up either anyway. Fix to say I could drop your link, but unless you have a different one, not the one that, or yeah, it's the same one that you've had all this time, or mm-hmm. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Look at all y'all Washingtonites. They ever find that Decker guy out there anywhere? I know they thought they might have had when they found some bones, but they weren't his bones. I think they were animal bones. Never did. I wonder where he went. He's probably already in Canada, huh? Well, yeah, y'all should be the same time frame there, racing stores. You think he is happy? There sure hadn't been any sightings of him, has there? I mean, if I was him and I did what he did, I would have unalived myself. You know, I would have, because if I was insane or something when I did that, and then once my brain came back to normal or I started thinking right again, there's no way in hell I could live with that. I don't know how anybody could, so I'd save the state, government from wasting their time. That's true, Happy. He could, like I say, he could already been into Canada. That was the way he was headed. I think they said, didn't they? Hmm. So what's been going on in YouTube world? Anything good? Let me pull up this YouTube back here. I just got some stuff I need to work on this channel. View your channel. All right, I got it over here now. So Raditha is Pacific time. Really, Raditha? What does he have, like family or something in Idaho? And Idaho's too small. They would have found him real fast. Oh, yeah, Raditha, you're right. I seen him, I guess, on Watchers the other night. I had made a video, and I guess he didn't see it. But anyways, I dropped it at the wrong time, so not very many people did see it. But there was an inmate trying to escape out of the back of a van here in Oklahoma, and he busted out the back window of the transport van and was hanging out the back of the window. And I rode across it. It was Eric Voss making a getaway on his transport to Maryland. I thought it was funny, but did you see it? Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny, but I cracked myself up. So you said Saturday, your time as being 4 o'clock. So that would be like 2 o'clock my time. It's 8:30. Yeah, so you're 2 hours ahead of me, or I'm 2 hours ahead of you. Okay, so if you go on at 4 o'clock, then that would be 6 o'clock my time. So there's an hour difference with racing stars. There's a look-alike. I don't know if you guys ever watch fishing channels or anything like that, but there's this guy named Burko's Fishing Adventures. It's funny as hell to me. He sometimes he fishes alone. Most of the time there's two other guys with him, and they're hilarious. I mean, they kept me just rolling the other night. And they're big boys, they're not little guys. And they was fishing out the ocean, and there was I guess an embankment, or I guess where the ocean comes up so far and washes it down. So it looked like you had to either jump up or jump down in whichever direction you were going in. And it looked, like 2 foot deep at least. And that one big old boy was going to run and run up it, and he ran right straight into it. I mean, I rolled laughing. That was the funniest shit I'd seen in a long time. But anyways, it's called Burko's Fishing Adventures. If y'all want to check them out. But it's kind of calming, to sit there and watch them fish. I think I seen Daniel Berry Sports over there a while ago. So I think they just kind of troll around or whatever you call that, where you just scroll through the lives or whatever. That's how I found them. Then I seen one night, and there's this woman. She had her back to the camera, and she had one of those, I guess, what do you call it, galley kitchen or whatever, where you got cabinets on both sides of you. You just got that little alleyway galley thing there. And so she was standing down at the very end of it, and everybody kept saying, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" And finally, she just had this massive fart. She just, oh my God! And she was supposed to be trying to be sexy and shit. Holy crap! I about rolled out of my chair. Hey, Stacey, hey, good to see you. Long time. But yeah, I don't know what. But every time, those people that are live with the vertical or whatever it is, and you're scrolling. Yeah, and every time that I've scrolled through there, I've seen her, and she'll always have her back to the camera, and then she'll be dancing, and just kind of weird, but yeah, some funny shit. When you're bored and got nothing to do, scroll through there. You would just, I mean, there's a lot of funny stuff. Mhm. I was gonna go on. Let's see. Let's try to look in here in my YouTube thing for a minute. I can figure out. They keep changing stuff up in StreamYard. I sure noticed that. Oh, and YouTube when you're live. Let's see. What is that? Okay, I think, yeah. I think I turned off all the moderators, which I ain't got to worry about it. So Stacey, I don't know if you weren't in here, and I think everybody else was and heard it, but oh well, hello Thunderfluff. But anyways, in Freeside, I've started being a consultant again to Scentsy. So on my page, if you go up by my avatar, and you'll see where it says buy me a coffee, and then it says view 2 other links, and you click on that, and it'll take you to the link for Scentsy, and you can go in there, look around, order. You can order straight from there. So it actually never even, I never see the stuff other than it'll tell me that, somebody ordered from there. But I don't see your cards, any of that stuff. So, yeah, hit the thumbs up, guys. We got 24 people. Oh, okay. Do you have any? Because Crazy Brad is pretty good with behind the scenes stuff. If you was to make her a what is that called, a manager or managing moderator, something like that, she could actually like bring people up and stuff like that, help you with stuff on while you're live. Yes, they do, Racing Stars. Yeah. They do have some holiday scents coming out. I think it's already showing it. When you go to that page, it shows you all the scents and everything that they have. So she's a main mod, so she's probably your managing mod. So what have your topics been, Raditha? Well, they have another one up there that's besides managing mod. There's something that's higher than that. What is that called now? That's what I had Betty on that, and so she could always come in and do the show or whatever, um, bring people up. Hey, girl, Ryan. Hello, hello. Saturday is going to be a chat. Open panel. You too, girl, Ryan. It's been a minute. Yeah, I was just popping on here for a little bit. Um, I got my kitchen cleaned up. Boys are in bed asleep, and so I wanted to tell everybody about going and checking out the Scentsy on my channel. And well, hello, Sandy. Hey, girlfriend, how you been? Richard Polly. Look who's back and sexy. Shit, not right now. I'm not too sexy. That's why you don't see my face up there. Heck no. It's good to see you, Richard. Good to see you too, Sandy. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Yes. I need to play some music. It's just quiet. You went to dentist 400 this time? Well, I'm glad you're doing better. Yeah, Richard's in here. And there's Trizzle. Hello, Trizzle. How are ya? How are ya? You don't see him, Raditha? You don't see Richard Polly? Yeah. I'm all right. I'm all right, Sandy. Just been busy. Boys are trying to get them squared away in school, and it's, yeah. They still got me on that weird, or them on that weird time thing where, they go in, of course, at 7 or whatever time it is, 7:30. And then they were bringing them home at 11. And this week they start bringing them home at noon. So they said they're going to work their way up. So for that extra hour, they get to eat their lunch at school instead of bringing it home with them. And then recess. I thought, okay, should have been getting to do that all along, huh? The best part of school, lunch and recess. I see they're still fussing over there with the Gaudis and Terry's and whoever else. Yeah, girl, Ryan. I know my friends have been just like jumping through the roof. They're so upset by it. And I started to call the state superintendent, but they're moving forward a little bit. You know, I don't know. I guess that's what they feel comfortable with. Like the boys have never had a problem before. They've been going to school. They're in third grade and they've been going since Head Start, or pre-K or whatever that is. Hey, Deborah Day. There you are. How are you? It's good to see you. So, like I said, they just said they wanted to slowly, because they don't have the dedicated room. I call it a special ed room. I don't know what it is that they call it. Well, looky there, Kathy Waters. How are you? Oh, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. very much. Trying to sneak in alive without you. Yeah, I didn't even send out a notification thing on it. I just, just went live. I started just to do that on YouTube because I've never just went live on, the actual YouTube without going through StreamYard or something. And so, Kathy Waters, you check on my page. I have a link for Scentsy products, and check it out. Might find something you like in there. They got some really nice bundles. Yeah, I was really sneaky. I was quiet. Y'all didn't hear me come in or nothing. Miss you too, Kathy Waters. It's been a long time. Richard Pauly, I'm glad you're feeling better. That took a while, didn't it? My boys have both got to go and get some of them baby teeth of theirs removed um, next month, I believe it is. They got them scheduled both for the same day, I guess back to back. And I thought, oh, wow, how am I going to handle two? Um, they'll be knocked out, doing it because of surgery. But to bring them back home, both of them, I got to make sure I put child locks on, because when people come out of that anesthesia, you just don't know how they're going to react. Yeah, I watch her too, Richard Polly. Most of the time, whenever I know it's on, I do. I just don't chat much. I'm in the bushes too. I'm a bush watcher now. Safer that way. I don't get in trouble for running my mouth. Yeah, so they're going to do both of them that way, Richard. They're both of them, and like I said, they're on the same day, same time. So I'm just um, if they're going to have them in the same surgery room, I don't know how that stuff works, but yeah, they're supposed to do both, one after another. Oh, Deborah Day, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I hadn't seen you in a long time. When you posted the other day, I was like, oh, where's she been? Thank you, Deborah. Yeah, like I say, I watch her over there too. Um, I watched the Donkey Show, the Ass Show. I used to ride donkeys. We back in the day, years when I was young, in high school, we had the donkey basketball games all the time. I think I've told y'all, but they would bring, this company would bring down the donkeys. And, they had rubber shoes on and everything because it was on our gymnasium floor. And that was the funnest thing ever to do. I mean, it wasn't so fun when you hit that hardwood floor, but oh gosh, Deborah Day, really? Are you happy? What in the world's there? Illinois. I went to Chicago one time. Did you do that too, Racing Stars? I mean, there's just nothing better. No, no. Bob did get taken down though. Um, he's been gone for a minute, but no, I didn't get taken down. I was just on hiatus, just taking breaks. Me and the boys, we go to the park every day, Splash Park. Not every day, but most every day. They don't have them doing any homework. They brought nothing home from school. Oh yes, he is, Deborah Day. I don't know how anybody could live there with him. He's almost well, he's not almost. He is making it unbearable, isn't he? Yeah, YouTube breaks is always good. I've noticed that. Because you just keep going, especially if you got so much going on with you. So many people coming at you at one time. It kind of triggers you. So it's just best to step back. And yeah, I've been watching a lot of movies too, Kathy. They had John Wick on for free on the YouTube movies, free movies, and I watched 1 and 2 and 3, and then I went to watch 4, but apparently they don't have 4 out for free. So I think are there like 5 of them? So there should be 4 and 5 left. Oh yeah, Deborah Day, for real. Yeah, he was getting just really nasty. I mean, he wasn't getting. He'd been that way for a long time, but yeah, he he sure was. Well, yeah, racing stars. I don't blame you there. And you got y'all's arena. So is that going to be a roping arena? We got roping and barrels, or I was back when I used to do construction work. We were working out in Farmington, New Mexico, and I stayed at a lady's place there. She was a friend of my It was a friend of my husband's mom. It was her friend. Anyway, so she wanted us to stay there at her house, her place. And she had a ranch and she had a rodeo arena on it. And she had all kind of horses. Well, she put a damn oh geez, did I just forget what kind of horse it was? No. God darn it. A red and white one. A red and white polka dotted one. What the hell? Somebody help me out. Appaloosa. And it was it was a trained barrel horse. And I never done barrels unless just goofing around or something like that. Well, they saddled it up and we got it out there and I jumped up on it and that horse took off. Racing stars. It wouldn't stop. It absolutely would not. We used to have pictures somewhere of it. And it just kept going around them barrels and going around them barrels faster and faster. And I was just hanging on and it just kept running that pattern, running that pattern and running it. And finally, I got it to pull over by the fence, but it was still running so fast that it got close enough to the fence I was able to jump off. I could not control that horse. They're so high spirited. Jeez. It was. And of course, she had goats out there that were big enough to ride. I did ride one. I was little back then, so I didn't hurt it. But yeah, man, those Appaloosas are wild. Damn. Mescalero. Oop. I lost my charger here. A vape charger. Oh, so I was going to tell y'all because y'all know that I like my cheap ass Timu, right? So, anyways, I ordered some like plastic bowls. I just thought they were going to be like the Glad plastic bowls or whatever. But these are really nice, and it was in it. It came with 2 sets of square bowls that stack inside of each other, and then 2 sets of round bowls that stacked inside each other, and it was a hard plastic. It wasn't like the flimsy plastic or whatever. It's that hard, plastic, and they're really nice, and they clip down. It folds and it clips on all 4 sides, of the bowl. So it's a pretty good deal. I think I got it for like $8 or $11 or something. There was a bunch of them. It was like 50 of them. Rope barrels, etc. But while he was breaking the race horses, Starts in end of October, November, and rides all winter long. So we wanted the indoor to not get snow. Well, that makes sense. So it's yes. So you got roof and everything. Well, hello, I'm a delight. How are you? Got your little raccoon picture. Yeah, it is ridiculous. And I was impressed with that, and plus I had also ordered me one of those. I guess it's a like a coffee stand. It's got the two pull out drawers. That you put your K cups in, and it's really nice. Nice wood. It's got nice wooden handles. I was impressed. And then I got something else. I don't even remember what it was, but yeah, those are. I wanted to tell you about those bowls. If you're like me, I go through those plastic bowls and stuff like that, for leftovers and shit. And sometimes if the leftovers get forgotten down at the bottom of the refrigerator, the whole bowl gets thrown out. So that's pretty good, Richard. 24 likes. It's showing 31 people here. That's pretty damn good. Yay. Thank y'all. Hit that like button. But yeah, I want to tell you about that. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see it. One end framed in so he can put some doors on it. That's pretty cool. Whenever I was in high school too, we made a new rodeo arena. Um, we did it as an ag group, the FFA, and so we built a rodeo arena that of course, ours wasn't, covered or anything like that. It was just rebar. We had to weld it all in. That was the first time that I had ever gotten flash burn. Holy shit, guys! If y'all never had it, don't ever look at a welder. That tore my eyes up, both of them. And the thing about it is, I wasn't even really close to it. I was a good, I don't know, 75, 80 feet away from it. So yeah, I am, and that was the worst case I ever got. It was my first case and my worst case. And I remember having to go to the hospital, and they had put that stuff in my eyes, and it made my eyes turn green. Yeah, I'm still monetized. I don't know if it's turned. Yeah, it's turned on because Deborah and Kathy. I don't know. I seen Watcher say the other day that if you get a video or something taken down, that you lose the whatever super stickers and stuff that people sent you on that, which is totally unfair as hell. But that happened to me that time that I got demonetized. I hadn't even been on here that long, and yeah, that's me, Kathy Waters. Me too. I don't need them. Um, but anyways, yeah. Whenever they demonetized me, they took my whole month's worth of, well, it wasn't a whole month, but it was like a little over half a month worth of stickers and stuff that I had gotten from people. Never give it back, and it was over $600 something, $635 or something like that. Never got it. And I think that happened with Arkansas too. But I was reading the other day somewhere on their terms of service that they will give you your money back. But I requested it 3 or 4 times and never got it. But maybe I need to try it again. That would be a nice surprise. 27 likes. We're getting close, Richard. I know, Kathy Waters, I'm bad about. There's only certain things that I will eat of leftovers. I really can't eat meat leftovers because it just has a weird taste to me. But yeah, I'll eat things like stew or soup. I'll eat those in leftovers, and like goulash or lasagna or something like that. I'll eat leftovers. But yeah, a lot of the stuff I can't do. Because in there playing around experimenting a while ago, so I made these oh, I can eat taters all day long, or leftover or fresh. Um I was in there playing around earlier, and so I thought, well, I'm just gonna mix some stuff together, and I didn't want to thaw out any meat, so I took some of the white egg noodles and cooked up about a half a bag of those. And then I added in cream of mushroom soup, and I thought, okay, I tasted it, and I said, that doesn't taste bad. And I was digging around, I found some chili beans. I put those chili beans in there. I thought, okay, this is getting a little better. And then, yeah, somehow I guess it ended up being a goulash because then I added some. I had like a half a can of peas left from where I'd made. I don't remember what it was I made earlier, with some peas in it earlier today. And honeybees. um, I hadn't seen him. I hadn't seen him in a while, Deborah. Well, I've actually seen him on here. But I hadn't talked to him lately. Joy Perry, how are you? But anyway, so I ended up with putting them half a can of peas in there, and I thought, oh, okay, let's just go ahead and add some corn. So I tasted, and I thought, oh my gosh, I added a little bit of beef broth, bouillon. And then I was, but it doesn't, Kathy. The people didn't get them back. I mean, if they did, they didn't mention it to me. So then now tomorrow I thought, you know what? I gave some to the dogs. They didn't care for it. I mean, they ate everything but the beans. But so tomorrow I'll add some Velveeta, because Velveeta makes everything wonderful. That's how I finish off all my goulashes, is with Velveeta. How you doing, honeybee? Uh-oh. I pulled on something here. I hope I didn't disconnect nothing. So I hadn't even been getting on my computer at all. Go through YouTube and stuff on my phone lately. And so I decided to come in here tonight to do this. And the number 5 on the keyboard, I don't know, it has a pile of chocolate of some kind of shit on it. I don't know. Number 5 has, please don't nobody need me to type in with the number 5, because it's disgusting. And let's see, there was some hair or something over here on one of these other keys. I thought, oh man, I might have to take them all apart again. Because Case and my little one. No, Deborah. He's still running free. Running wild and free. Anyways, I don't know what it is. I guess it's from that chocolate bar I got them. They like when I go to the store for me to bring something back, and all I can think of is chocolate bars, because they're chocolate nuts. But yeah, it's disgusting. Cat hair stuck on it, and I guess the cat must be climbing up here too. So I'll take it all apart again tomorrow. I've had to take it apart before, when they would spill, or I think I spilled a dill of chicken noodle soup on it one night myself, and then they've spilled drinks all over it. Yeah. It's good to see you too, honeybee. I think Watcher's been doing one of those shit, I forget what they're called, but the deals that makes the sounds and stuff like that. I've had this one here, I don't know, probably over a year or so, because y'all might remember when I bought it from Temu. And I still can't figure out how to make the damn thing work. And I heard her, she plays her, and somebody else had one. I think it's one of them people I was scrolling and seeing. So I got to try to figure that out. So yeah, if y'all, the ones that didn't hear me, I have the Scentsy, not Sensei, Scentsy. Hello, Charlie love. How are ya? I miss you too, girlfriend. I'm thinking about it, Raditha. Yeah, I'm thinking about coming back on Thursdays. I just got to get me some content, and which I never have content anyway. We usually just sit and rap, chat, you know. Member for 4 months. Wow. Thank you. Yeah, and I am going to start doing stuff on members only, or yeah, members thing, whatever that is. Because I know I haven't done anything for that, and I'm ashamed of myself. Hey, Leanne, how are you? Yeah, I still love them too. Love my peoples, my friends, my friends. Yeah, that's what that's kind of what I like to do, just sit around and chat. But I do have some stories that I wanted to do. I know I'm sure y'all probably heard about it by now, but it was here in Oklahoma where this little girl, 10 years old, 11 years old actually, when she had her baby at home with no help or support or anything. She yeah, 11 years old. May, hey Reaper, how's it going? So I do want to tell y'all that story if y'all hadn't heard about it yet. Probably do it on Thursday. But it ended up being her stepdad, whose DNA, because they ran a DNA test on her, and it ended up coming back to being the stepdad. So they arrested the mom, the stepdad, and the grandma. They all knew about it. These poor little old kids, and the little girl, she's 2, so she got pregnant when she's 10, and had it when she's 11. And they can't even send her home with this baby. Well, for one thing, that they're not going home at all. None of the kids. I think there were 6 kids. So they've all been put in foster care, and I just hope they find a foster care that'll take, her and her baby, and maybe teach her, help her learn how to take care of her. I mean, she's still a kid. I don't know. Yeah, but the grandma was trying to blame it up. Oh well, she's saying it was some 12 little boy that they just got curious. No, the hell they didn't. I mean, I knew right off the bat. You could just look at them and tell. Yeah, yeah, very sad. Hey, Norris, how are you? They do belong under it, buried under it, for damn sure. Yeah, thank you, Charlie. Yeah, they didn't have power in the house. They didn't have anything, no running water. And then that, yeah, 11-year-old having a baby. God dang, by herself. I mean, it's probably about an hour and a half, about an hour and a half probably from me. And I'd actually thought about going up there and, at least just video in the house and stuff like that. North Code, I saw you today. How are you? Yeah, somebody needs to. Yeah, I could just really tell you what they need to do to them, to them, and to mama. I mean, why? Our world is going to hell. You know what I mean? Going to hell. And those people, they'll just have to what? Ask for forgiveness, and they'll get to go to heaven with us. We got to breathe the same air up there with them. I'm just being a smart aleck. All right, Reaper. Thank you for coming. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll holler. Kyrie probably doesn't even know I'm on. I'll have to holler at her and tell her. Because, like I say, I was just going to come on for a little bit. Get that homework done. Okay, I got a Cash App coming in here. Well, I don't even see Farmer Fred. Farmer Fred, where are you? Thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And there's another one here. Let me check, make sure they don't want me to say I am animus. No, anonymous. Let me see. Where's it at? I might have to get a freaking hammer and a screwdriver to get this chocolate off of number 5. Yes, every day. I mean, it's a lot. And then all these kids that keep going missing and stuff, especially down around Tennessee and that area down there. All the almost every kid that I've heard so far has been autistic. Over here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. I've been everywhere. Let's see. All right. Thank you for that big cookie. Somebody sent me a cookie. Farmer Fred, you got your have you got your garden plowed under, or are you bringing out some winter groceries? I know, Raditha, it's very sick. Just like here, whenever I was been questioning these teachers and stuff about my boys, and it's like they don't want them in school, because, well, one of them is autistic, the other one is ADHD. And so it's almost like they don't want them here. And then I was talking, like I told you already, I was talking to a lady that says her granddaughter is nonverbal autistic, never set foot in this classroom or school here, So that tells you right there, DHS is not even stepping in and going out and checking on them. You know what I mean? You turning into Kathy Waters? All right, hon. Well, thank you for coming by, and thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you very much. Have a good night. And like I say, check out my channel up there by where it says buy me a coffee, and then it says view 2 other links. Click on that, and it'll take you to my link for Scentsy. Okay, and y'all can go in and check it out. You don't have to buy anything unless you see something you want, but just at least go in there and check it out and see what all the new stuff they do have. Some pretty nice stuff. So beets and squash. I love squash. I'm not so much on beets, man. I just don't care much for beets. Charlie Love, you can go to bed late tonight. You hadn't seen me in a while. Yeah, you're right, Norse Code, yes. Absolutely. Because usually one, yeah, they have one has it that has one of the issues, and they'll have the other issue as well. And I was going through some paperwork I got today from them because they weren't giving me their IEPs and stuff. And I called them, had them send it to me. I wanted them, so I've got all that. I was going through it, and there was stuff in there that I didn't even know, that they never even told me. So that's what I hear, Richard Polly. Beets are supposed to help blood flow. I think my blood flows pretty good. I mean, if I cut myself, it flows out. Ah. And speaking of that I hadn't talked to y'all since that Charlie Kirk thing. That was so heartbreaking to watch because the first video I seen was the real one, where you could see him get hit in the neck. That was horrible. Horrible. And I think I seen where Salty, I guess, still into that kind of stuff. He still checks it out or whatever. And he was saying it was crisis actors. Well, what I seen, it was a crisis, all right, but I don't think anybody was acting. That was horrible. Pickle beets, goat cheese on a salad. Yeah, I will stick with my cucumbers and pickles and right. I thought, yeah, no, I'm not gonna click and like that. It sent me a deal to like. I thought, nah, I can't get into that. So I'll make a salad around here. My boys love salads also. Hey, Daniel Berry. It's good to see you. I actually see you around on the streets all the time in these places nobody ever goes, scrolling. I see you in there, and I'll be doing the same thing as scrolling right behind you. You was in there that weird one where that woman farted that night. I think so too, weren't you? They must provide tailored instruction or pay for transportation to appropriate school. Oh, really? Well, I'm going to check that out because there is another school that they were going to last year that has a really good program. And this and being not so far away from it, it doesn't make sense why they don't. Like I say, you got these kids out here, and I guess because it's rural areas, they get away with stuff like that, and nobody ever questions it. But I knew a girl that was completely nonverbal except for screaming, and if you looked at her wrong, she would scream because she would do me that way, and then I'd just cry. What did I do? And it's kind of with one of my boys, the one that's autistic. Kind of like with him, when somebody looks at him, if he doesn't really want, he don't like anybody looking at him. But when they do, he'll say, "What are you looking at?" But he used to scream. He didn't scream anymore, but he'll look at him and say, "What are you looking at?" I'm like, dude, stop. Oh, good, Thunderfluff. Yes, I know. I need to get me some new scents bad. And like I say, I've got to get new Scentsy warmers because all of them that I had are gone. Well, the principle is yes, Thunderfluff. Win-win. Win-win. Heck yeah. Well, I mean, they've always gone longer days. They've always gone full school days, up until this year. And it didn't make any sense to me because they never had issues going before, but I think the boys have gotten kind of used to staying with me. Like over the summer, they don't even want me to get out of their sight. So now they don't want to go to school because they're going to miss me. So they say, and they do. They do. Um, so I guess it makes it tougher on them, but right, honeybee. Yeah, that's true. Right, Norse goat. The fuck you looking at? That's what he'll be saying next. I guarantee it. Oh, I guarantee it. Yeah, my other one, he's got a little mouth on him, and he don't even realize he's saying bad words. I'm like, dude, you can't say that. And yeah, and I think he said something to the teacher the other day. Is why do I got to do this shit? I said, you can't say that, boy. He said, why not? I said, because shit's a bad word. So, yeah, but mom, you say dog shit. I said, well, that's fucking. Oh my God. When my daughter was little, she didn't repeat anything I said, nothing. But these two, they repeat everything. I mean, I get busted all the time. All the time. Let's say number two. They'd look at me, Richard Polly, like, what the hell's number two? Oh, God dang. Well, it's opposite of number one. Well, okay, what is number one? Oh my gosh. I love them guys. They're funny, y'all. They are funny. I wish I could just post stuff that they do on here, but I'm too afraid to. You used to could do that on Facebook, which I don't have Facebook anymore, I don't think. But on Facebook, we used to post pictures of our kids, nieces, nephew. Everybody had their kids on there, because that was a place where your family that lived off could look, and see the pictures and watch them grow. But, man, I'm too afraid to on here. I have, a time or two, and I don't make it a habit, But I don't think nobody would want to target them because they'd be cussing them out or something. Oh my gosh. Because the teacher was telling me last year, because Kaysen, he's the clown, y'all. He is a class clown big time. He's a comedian. And he has been ever since he's been able to talk. But they asked the teacher, I said, well, how's it go today? And she said, well, it was going pretty good. She goes, until Kaysen came in. He goes, and he walked through there where everybody was at. He goes, oh my God, who shit? He said, it smells like shit in here. Who shit? The teacher said she was just trying not to laugh. She said she had tears just rolling out, trying to, and she goes, he was right. Somebody had farted. And she said, it did smell pretty bad. But yeah, he'll tell you, he will kind of tell you, whatever he feels, it comes right out the mouth, He has no filter. Oh, sorry, I snorted. Oh, Lord. Yeah, Richard Paul. Is that why you taught your kids? Because I can't. Mine is just not grasping that. They're just so raw. Oh God, dog. And I did that. I think that's what they say. Like with your first kid or whatever. You got to have everything special. Everything's got to be done right. You got to teach them right. You got to do all this. And okay. And then every kid that comes after that is just like, yeah, whatever. You're good. Oh my. You really need to use something else, North. Golly. And the conversations with him are just out of this world. And I mean, actually, out of the world. uh, he's always talking about going to space and, and in the clouds and in the trees. And I mean, he's everywhere, in his little mind. All right. Good night, Joy Perry. Thank you for coming. Oh, no, racing stars. Are you serious? That is funny. Oh, my God. I remember when my now 25-year-old called my now 29-year-old a cocksucker. My God. Oh, oh my. That's funny. You didn't have a filter either, Norse. Oh, Lordy. Oh, God. I mean, I could tell y'all some shit, but that goes back into the, like, I was born in 66. So, yeah, in the 60s, it was still kind of, really racial and stuff, so yeah. they they would have we had had some black friends that lived in the quarters. That's what it all was called back then. And this little old lady, she would have me saying stuff. I said, "Girl, you gonna get me in trouble." If I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't have. But she was agging it on. It was funny, but you're right, racing stars. It's hard not to laugh. I mean, it's hard not to laugh. Golly. And I've tried to teach him, you don't call people fat. My other daughter, which she wasn't around much, there for a long time, and she just come back around, so they didn't really know her. And he asked her one day, he said, "Is that fat right there?" And she goes, "Right where?" He goes, "On your belly." He said, "Is that a fat belly?" Oh, dear God, I was rolling. Then I was trying to say, "Oh my God, you can't say stuff like that. That's not nice." And he said, "It's not nice." I said, "No." He goes, "Well, it's fat." And then I said, "Well, it is, but you don't say that." Thank God it was just to her and not, a stranger. Jeez, I really have to watch him. And it used to, we'd go in the grocery store when they were like 3, and they'd be in the grocery cart. And God, one day there was this old man standing there. I think they were over in like the cheese section, where he's got the glass doors and everything, and they were standing there getting cheese out of it or whatever. And he goes, "Grandma, Grandma, there's." The old man turned around. He goes, "I'm not Grandma, I'm Grandpa." His little face turned red. He looked at me. He goes, "That's not Grandma." I said, "No, it's not Grandma." Oh, Lord. They are. What is that show? Kids say the darndest things. Holy smoke. Oh, really, honeybee? You getting out of here too? All right, honeybee. Thank you for coming. Have a good night. Check out the check out the um Scentsy page. Oh, I know, Norse Code. I mean, like I say, they keep me rolling laughing all the time. And even, Katie, the one that, has the autism a little worse, he'll have some wild things to say, and I'll laugh, and he'll look at me and say, "What you laughing at?" I don't know. I'm not even allowed to watch his TV. He'll turn around and, "What are you looking at?" He said, "They're funny. They're funny guys." But yeah, guys, I was just going to come on for a little bit. I'm going to go get off here too and let y'all get to bed. It's a work night for some of y'all. And I don't have to work tomorrow. Thank God. I'm on call. But I guess we'll get out of here. And okay, honeybee, I will. I will. Especially if things don't start picking up in the next week or two. I'll have to do something for real. Thank you. Oh yes, Norse. Always thinking. I'm always thinking. And I'll hear other one. He'll be in here just talking to himself, and I'm like, "Who are you talking to?" And I'm scared. I don't know who he's gonna say, But he know. I mean, he messes with me like that. he will really mess with me like that. So, but thank you, Racing Stars. It's good to see you. It's good to see all of y'all. I missed y'all so much, for real. And I will try to come back on Thursday night. And if y'all around, come on over and we'll kick it. All right. Thank you, Richard Polly. Good night. All right, guys. Good night, and I will see you hopefully Thursday. Maybe what is? Oh, tomorrow's Thursday. Okay, so maybe I'll see y'all tomorrow. Um, but y'all have a great night. Thank you all of y'all for coming. I appreciate it. I really do. And I'll see y'all around. Y'all take care. Oh, good, Thunderfluff. You find anything? There's some good stuff in there. You got to buy enough so I can go in there and buy me some Halloween stuff. No, but yeah, y'all check it out if y'all get a chance. I appreciate it. Thank you, Thunderfluff. See y'all later. Okay, I forgot how to end. Okay. Yes, they have man stuff. Man candles. Get it. Get it, Thunderfluff.